Okay. Hi everyone. I am Dr.D.M.Swamy, working as Assistant Professor in Economics at BCR Government Degree College, Narayanapuram. Okay. So today I want to discuss the most important topic for the economics students is statistics. See, the statistics is one of the most important subject. This subject is not only for economic students, it is for all the students, all the faculty members, for all the members, maybe students or faculty members, in all the disciplines. Okay. For the research purpose, it is more important. And to generalize the subject, to conclude the subject, to draw the inferences, and to take the policies. For all these purposes, this subject is very, very important. Okay, so in third semester, for the BA students, this subject was introduced as a compulsory paper. Okay, the concept of the statistics is a compulsory paper for all the BA students in the Usman University from this academic year onwards. Okay, for particularly for the third semester students. Okay, it is important. Okay, in this concept, we will try to discuss today the basic statistics, the basic concept of the statistics, and the meaning of the statistics. We will try to discuss today. Okay, so here, what is statistics and what is the meaning of the statistics? How it was using the statistics in the singular sense or plural sense, and how it is important. All these things we will try to understand in the today class. Okay, so here when we are talking about this subject, okay, particularly this statistics, for the BA students, we have the different topics. So the meaning of the statistics and the concept, the scope of the statistics, and how the data will be collecting, and what are the sources of the data, and the graphical representation. Okay, so the testing hypothesis. Okay, like this, the many things were there in statistic analysis. Okay, particularly, okay, in our syllabus, we are going to discuss the basic concept of the statistics and averages, that is geometric mean, harmonic mean, arithmetic mean, median, mode. So all these things we will try to understand, and dispersants like range, standard deviation, mean deviation, okay, quartile deviation, these things, and correlation, partial correlation, complete correlation, type of the correlation, rank correlation, and some important aspects related to kurtosis, like skewness, the regressive analysis, and index numbers, and the time series analysis. So this will be there in our syllabus for the discussion particularly. Okay. Okay. Here we will try to understand that what is the meaning of the statistics. Okay, how this word was originated. Okay, these things we will try to understand so in this particular class. So here the statistics. Okay, so already I told you the statistics was used in all the disciplines, particularly in the social science. This is very, very important for the economic students. Okay, particularly in the higher education, if you want to go for the research, not only the economic students, all the students, including history, political science, or public ad, whatever it may be, for all the students, this subject is very important for the research. Okay, So yeah, the statistics may be defined as the techniques by which data are collected and organized. Okay, in this particular subject. So we are going to discuss that in the statistics, we are going to know that how the data is collecting and organized. So what are the type of the data and what are the sources of the data for the collection, and also what are the how it is going to be organized in the systematic manner. For example, if we want to know the average students of the marks in the classroom. So here, first of all, we have to mobilize the data. We have to collect data that how many marks will how many marks got by each and every individual. If suppose there are 30 students in the classroom, okay, 30 students are in the classroom. So we have to know the data from all the 30 students. So after knowing the individual data, so we have to organize in a systematic manner, whether it is ascending order or descending order for some time. So for example, if you want to calculate the median, the data may be in the ascending order or descending order. So like that. So sometimes, so like that, we have to organize the data first. So after the organizing data, so in the systematic manner, so we have to summarize the data. Okay, we have to summarize the data. So for example, already I told you, so there are 30 students in the classroom. So we have to know the every individual student marks. So then out of after knowing this data, we have to summarize. So from the total data, we have to give the answer with a single number. Okay, so with a single number, that should be representative of the total data given in the classroom. Okay, so whatever the data we are giving the single number, that single number should be represent the entire data. So for all the 30 students, the data should be so represented. So that's why it should be summarized and it should be presented in the systematic manner, and it should be analyzed for the purpose of making seasonably and valid decisions, and especially under the conditions of uncertainty. Okay, when there is a uncertainty in the economy, so when there is uncertainty in the economy, that means when there is a no stable in the economy, to stable the economy, to know the steady growth rate of the economy, so we have to find out this particular aspect of what we can say. Okay, so here in summary, the statistics is the science of collecting, organizing, summarizing and analyzing information in order to draw conclusion. So after knowing this data, we have to see, for example, 30 students data we collected and we arranged in the in a systematic manner and summarized and presented and analyzed that. So if all the 30 students average marks will be, so let's say example only 40% or 40 marks. Okay, now based on that we can analyze that the whole class is they're not well developed in the subject, so they are the backward students, what we can say. Suppose if you get the average score around 70% or 75% like that, so we can conclude that so this particular class, the students who are there in the particular class are very intelligent, or they are having more subject. So like that we can conclude the information. So based on that we can take some policies. If the classroom the students are only average with 40% or 45% marks. Um, what type of the methodology we have to follow to develop them? So whether we have to take the remedial classes or not, or we have to take the private classes. So the special attention should be focused, or from the basic level, the subject should be tell to the students. So all these things, so this type of the measures we can take to develop that particular class students. Okay, if the average score of the class is around 70% and 75%, so based on that we can know that so they are the intelligent students, they are having the good knowledge in the particular subject. So that's why based on that we can understand, we can take the policy, we can take one opinion that so we have to give more information for the students, we have to give more classwork for the students, we have to give more knowledge for the students. The basic may not be required because all are strong in the basic, like that we can conclude. Okay, we can take one decision based on that knowledge, what we can say. Okay, that is the thing. So the nowadays the statisticians uses statistics both in singular and plural senses. So these statistics are using in both singular senses and also in the what is called plural senses. In both cases it is okay explaining. So in the singular sense, nothing but so the term statistics is associated with a body of methods for making decisions when there is uncertainty arising from the incompleteness or instability of the information available for making such decisions. So when the statistics are explaining in the singular senses, so that means the statistics we can say that it is associated with a body of the methods of making decisions. Okay, it is connected with for the decision makings. So when decision making, when there is uncertainty of the economy or uncertainty of this particular individuals and all. Okay, so arising from the incompleteness and what. Okay, if it is in the plural sense, the statistics refers to the numerical statements of the facts such as per capita income, population, okay, etc. Okay, so this is called it is not individuals. Okay, in the singular sense we can take decision with individuals, but when you are coming to this one in the plural senses, so we may not take the decision individually. So we cannot take the decision individually. So it should be correct. For example, if we want to increase the per capita income of the country, so here we have to focus to increase the income of all the people. If we increase the income of one particular people, this impact will be very less on the overall presentation. So like that, that should be there in the decision making related to okay this particular okay aspect what we can say here. Okay, now okay, the word statistics, what is the historical background of the statistics? How it was originated? Okay, what is the sources of this one? How we are saying that this subject called statistics? For example, we are saying that we are studying the economics. What is economics? We know that the study of individuals' behavior is called economics. Okay, how the economy is generating by the countries is are going to study in the economics. Okay, why that subject was called the economics? Because that subject, the word economics was derived from the Greek languages called what is called voceo and nomics. Voceo and nomics. Voceo nothing but household, nomic nothing but management, household management. So nothing but individual management, people's management, how they are earning the income and how they are spending the money, how they are saving and they are investing. So how they are using that income for their different purposes are going to discuss in the subject matter of the economics. Okay, like that, how the word, the subject, this statistics was derived. So the word statistics is derived from the Latin word. Please remember. So Latin word and Italian word and Germany word. Okay, this word was derived from the various languages. Okay, so we taken from the Latin word, Latin language, we taken from the Italian word, and we also taken from the Germany word. So in the Latin word, it is called what is called statistist. Okay, so this is called statistist. So if it is in the Italian word, so it is called statistist. It is also okay. In the Germany word, it is called statistica. Okay, statistica. So almost the word in the Italy, in the Latin, almost used in the same word with the statist. But in the German word, it is called what is called statistic. It was used in the name of the what is called statistic. What we can say. Okay, so it may be Italian word, it may be Latin word, it may be German word, whatever it may be. The meaning of this, it may be statistic or statistics. The meaning of the above words is called political state. Okay, which is called political state, what we can say. So political state, the word, the meaning of the statistics is nothing but the political state. So that is the meaning for this statistics. Okay, in the olden days, that is in the ancient days, the statistics was necessary for the proper functioning of the affairs of the state, that is state affairs. Okay, so because for the king want to know the record, maybe called government record. Okay, the king want to know the numerical data. Okay, how much army, what is the strength of army of the country. So within the army, the different categories, cavalry, okay, horse, okay, elephantry. So like different type of army, how much it was there, and what is the financial sources, from where they are coming. So this type of the data was mobilized in the government, that is states, that is the king, and recorded so in the particular places. So that's why in this way, whatever the data mobilized by the government from the various people, which was known as the statistics. Okay, like that the word became very prominent. So for the state affairs, it was very important. Thus, in those days, the statistics was called as the science of state or science of the kings. Okay, that statistics was mobilized by the government or state. So that record was with the government only. Okay, in those days, the government or state nothing but king, we know. Okay, king. So the king, so that's why the statistics was called in those days, it was called science of the kings, because the kings were using this terminology. Okay, that was important for the kings to know the different data from the various people. So and the king nothing but state. So that's why that statistics was called for only it is a science, no doubt at all, but it is a science for the country, it is a science for the government, it is a science for the state, or it is a science for the ruler, it is a science for the kings. Okay, that is so as it was mainly used by the state or kings only, already I told you. Because since that was used by only kings and the states, that's why that was called like the science of state or science of the kings. Today, but the things is different today. Okay, these statistics using in the in each and every aspect today. So that's why today the statistics is defined as a field of study relating to the collection, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of the data. So today the statistics using not only by the government, not only by the state or kings, so it is also using by okay, all, individually, each and everyone using this word. So particularly, so it is the statistics we are going to use for the study of how we are going to study how the collection data is collecting for the analysis, and how that data is interpreting, and based on that data, how the policies are presenting, policies are taking. So all these type of the aspects we are going to take from this okay statistics, what we can say. Okay, so this statistics. Okay, now we will try to discuss about the meaning and the definitions of the statistics and its scope and the need in economics. Okay, so of course, so how it will be used in the economics particularly. Okay, so first we'll try to understand what is statistics. Okay, that is what is meaning of the statistics, how it was defined by the different peoples. Okay, how the statistics was defined by the different peoples. So we'll try to understand. So here the first about the statistics, here the Croxton and crowd. Okay, Croxton and Crowden. So he is one of the important person. Both they defined the statistics in the different ways. Okay, the Croxton and Crowden, they defined the statistics with different terminologies. Okay, so according to these two people, that is Croxton and Crowden, the statistics can be defined as the collection, presentation, and interpretation of the numerical data. So we have to collect data from the various sources, from the various sections of the people, and after the collection of the data, we have to present in the proper way, and we have to interpret in the proper way, and we have to use that data for analysis, for the generalization, for the interpretation, and for the policy making. So that was the definition was given by who is known as the Croxton and Crowden. Okay, so then Bowley is one of the most important person in economics, particularly in the statistics. So he was defined the statistics in the different way. Okay, the statistics are numerical statement of fact in any department of inquiry placed interrelation to each other. See, it may be Croxton and Crowden or Bowley. The common point is the numerical data is important. The collection numerical data, nothing but we have to collect data. So we have to interpret the data, and we have to present their data for the policy making. So according to this Bowley, the numerical statement of the fact, so that we have to mobilize through primary data or the secondary data. Okay, the sources of data, we'll discuss about the sources of data later. So it may be through primary nothing but directly we are going to the person and taking the information from the particular person. So and the secondary data, nothing but whatever want information for us, that data we are not going directly from the individuals, and somebody was mobilized, so their data we are using. Their data was published in some particular book or journals, the data we are using. Suppose we want to know the condition of the farmers in the particular district. Okay, the farmers conditions in the particular district. Generally, to know the farmers of the conditions of the farmers in the particular district, so first we have to mobilize the data. To mobilize the data, here there are two ways. One is directly we have to go to the district, and we have to take some farmers, and we have to inquire. So what is the situation of your condition? Okay, so what is the income increased from when compared with the last year to this year? It was increased or decreased? If it was increased, how it was increased? It was decreased. How it was decreased? What is the impact on you? Like that, all the things we have to inquire from that people. Okay, which is known as the primary data. So if you don't have the time to take the policy, then we have to go for the government gazette or government mobilization or MRO office or some district level offices or agriculture department. So there we can take the data from the department, so that the district information we can take. So based on that information, we can analyze that what is the situation of the farmers in the particular district. Okay, that is one thing. So that is known as the secondary data. So like that, it may be primary or secondary data. We have to mobilize the data in any department. It may be agriculture department, it may be education department, it may be industrial department, it may be whatever it may be. So that inquiry about the data and place interrelation to each other. So we have to develop so each and other. That is the point what we have to take in this particular issue. Okay, then the status, the one more person, Connor, is one of the important statistician. He defined the statistics are measurement, enumerations, or estimations of the natural or social phenomena systematically arrangement to exhibit their inner relation. Okay, inner relation. What is the relation between one sector to another sector? What is the relation between one person to another person? Relation between one district to another district. Relation between one state to another state. Relation between one country to another country. Okay. Okay, so that measurement we have to take, and we have to enumerate and estimate, and what is the condition of that one, and it may be naturally or socially phenomena. So that should be estimate with a systematical arrangement to exhibit, to explain their relation is known as the what is called statistics. So it was defined by Connor. So he is one of the statistician. Okay, here nowadays the statistics use both in singular and plural already I told. Okay, in the singular sense, the term statistics is associated with a body of methods for making decisions when there and uncertainty arising from incompleteness or instability of the information available for making such decisions. Okay, it is for the individual related, singular, nothing but. Okay, the plural sense, nothing but, okay, this statistics refers to the numerical statement, the whole data. It is not individual statement, it is the societal statement. Okay, and fact such as per capita income, population, and district income or state income or national income, inflation. Inflation is also plural. Why inflation is called plural? Because so the inflation is nothing but average price of all the prices changed. Okay, average is nothing but plural because it is the it may be single value which is representing the whole data. So that's why averages is nothing but a singular plural sense. Dispersion is nothing but plural. The correlation is nothing but plural because correlation nothing but we are explaining the relation between one variable with another variable. That's why it is also called the plural. Index number is a plural. Time series is a plural. Skewness, kurtosis, regression analysis. Okay, all these things will come under the plural conditions only. So that's why here what I am saying is the most of the statistics used for the plural sense only. Okay, some authoritative some authoritatives have defined statistical data in the plural sense. So whereas others has a statistical method. Statistical method is a singular sense. but statistical data is a plural sense for the simple difference. Okay, the statistical method nothing but we are going to use only one method, either Z test or chi-square test or T test, or some only we are going to take one particular test. But the data means it is the collection of all. From all we are taking this particular data, what we can say. So that's why the statistical method is called singular sense. Okay, whereas the statistical data you are going to be using the plural sense, what we can say. Okay, so accordingly, the Oxford Concise Dictionary, the statistics was defined in the different ways. So according to this Oxford Concise Dictionary, okay, the statistics, so you as a treated as a plural. Okay, so already I told you the statistics, majority of the statistics we are treating as a plural only. It is a numerical data or numerical fact, the systematically collecting. So that data we are collecting very systematically. As statistics of the population came, the statistics of the population, so it's a crime, etc., treated as a singular. So that is the thing. Okay, so science of the collecting, classifying, and using the statistics here. Okay, these definitions of the statistics can be divided into the two following the heads. Whatever the statistics you are defined, okay, that can be divided into two following the heads. One is plural sense, and another one is what is called singular sense. Okay, the statistics in the plural sense. So our topic that is statistics, majority is the plural sense only. Okay, the plural in the plural sense only we are going to be discuss okay, this statistics particularly. Okay, here in the plural sense, the statistics means the statistical data, already I told you. By statistics, we mean aggregate of fact affected to a market extent by multiplicity of causes numerically expressed, enumerate, or estimated according to reasonable standard of accuracy, collected in a systematic manner for a predetermined purpose, and the plural in relations to each other. Okay, that is the point what we can say. Okay, so here when we are discussing about this plural sense or the singular sense, the statistics is a plural sense, already I told you. Okay, so in plural sense, the facts expressed numerically are called statistics, such as data relating to income, production, output, population, prices, per capita income, national income, etc. So in other words, statistics mean numerical statement of the fact. So finally, we are going to say that statistic is nothing but the numerical statement. Statistics is nothing but the numerical estimation. The data related aspect is called okay, what is called statistics, what we can say finally. So now in this particular aspect, we are going to referring only to the quantitative information about the population. Quantitative, what is the difference between quantitative and qualitative? Quantitative, nothing but number. We can measure, we can estimate. Okay, we can find out. But quality, nothing but we cannot see. Okay, that is, for example, quantitative. Population or per capita income is a quantitative method. Average score of the class is a quantitative. Okay, so the particular student got 60% of the marks. It is a numerical data, it is called quantitative. But if you say that the particular student is good student, okay, we are saying that good student. here we are saying that just a good student, but how much he was good, we don't know. Okay, that is, it will explain the characteristics. The qualitative is nothing but the characteristics, whereas the quantitative is nothing but a numerical data. So that's why we are using the word statistics in the plural sense in this case. So we are trying to discuss this statistics in the plural sense only. Okay, in the plural sense we are going to be discuss. So here, what is the characteristics of the statistical data? So we will try to discuss this one. So the statistical data are aggregates of the facts. Aggregate nothing but total. This is not an individual. So that's why a single observation is not a statistics. Always statistics is nothing but a plural. Okay, the statistics is not a single number. So it is not a single observation. So a single observation is not a statistics. It is a group of observation. It is the collective information. Some of the information of all, information of all is called the statistics. Okay, for example, Ram scored 60 marks out of 100 is not a statistics, but a series of relating to the marks of a group of students will be termed as a statistics. That is average students of the marks. The individual score is not a statistics. Okay, all the student score is a statistics. The whole classroom marks is a statistics. Okay, that is so it is not a singular, it is a plural. That is what I am saying. And okay, these statistics are affected by multiplicity of the causes. Okay, it is a multiplicity of the causes. Generally, the facts and figures are affected by a number of factors working together. For example, the production of rice depends on rainfall. Okay, so here the statistics always affected by the multiplicity of the causes. Statistics definitely will affect on others. For example, average score of the classroom is 60%. Okay, if the teacher will take more action, will give more attention on the classroom, definitely their average score will be improved. Okay, so like if the farmer is producing around 10 quintals on particular hectare, so here if the farmer will apply more fertilizer, hybrid seeds, more irrigation for the next year, definitely the number of the production, the quantity of the production will increase. So it will increase from the 10 quintals to maybe 12 quintals or 13 quintals or 15 quintals like that. That's why generally the facts and figures are affected by a number of factors working together. For example, the production of the rice depends on the rainfall. If the rainfall, here the two type of variables are there, dependent variable and independent variable. What is the dependent variable? The rice is a dependent variable, whereas the rainfall is a independent variable. Because if more rainfall, it will be impact on the rice production. Okay, so the rice depends on the rainfall. Methods of the cultivation, whether the farmer is using the traditional method or modern method, like uses of the seeds, whether is using a hybrid seeds or traditional seeds, or manure or fertility. So like this, all these are the inputs for the production of the any commodity, particularly in the agriculture sector. Okay, so but here it is very difficult to study separately the effect of each of these factors on the production of the rice. Okay, so here we cannot find exactly what the factors was influenced the increase of the rice production. So yeah, if we want to know that, we have to assume that the remaining things are constant. Okay, the methods of the cultivation is remaining same. Whatever the seeds used the last year, we are also using the same, and whatever the fertilizers, manure used in the last year, it was used. but there was a good increase in the rainfall. That's why the more production. So then we can say that is called a partial correlation. It is not a complete impact on the economy, complete impact on the production. We are going to say that partial correlation, what we can say. So that is okay, what we can see in this particular the classroom, okay, particularly. So here the statistical data must be obtained with a reasonable degree of the accuracy. The statistics are numerically statements which can be obtained with accuracy if the number of observation is small. Number of observation is small, it will be more accuracy. The sometimes when the actual measurement of the figures is not possible in the particular field of inquiry, then method of the estimation or approximation is applied. Okay, when there is a large number of the survey, we cannot take the survey from all the people, we can take the sample. Okay, that is approximation is applied. Okay, for example, if we say that there are 30 students in the 11th class of the particular school, the figure is 100% accurate if we apply counting the method. But on the other hand, if we say that 20,000 people are watching the cricket match, so these figures can be obtained only by the estimation method. Estimation method only we can see. We can talk we cannot take the data from all these 20,000 people. It is very difficult. It will take more time. As an approximation, we are going to take estimation. But even this estimation must have a reasonable degree of accuracy to make sense. Okay, well, of course, we are taking approximation or sample, but what? So it should be some systematic. Okay, the male and female category, the age group should be divided. So like that, it should be different aspect. Based on that, we have to identify that one. And the statistics are collected for a predetermined purpose. Okay, the purpose of the collecting data should be decided in advance. The purpose should be clearly defined. Otherwise, the collected data will be of no use. Suppose we want to compare the performance of the students at a secondary level of the National Institute of Open Schooling in one subject or more. So we must specify the subjects and the year for which the comparison is being carried out before collecting the what is called data. Okay, that is called pluralistic sense. But when you come to the singularistic, okay, so the statistics in the singular sense, nothing but. So in the singular sense, the statistics means the science of the statistics or the statistical methods. If refers to the techniques or methods relating to the collection, classification, presentation, analysis, and interpretation of the quantitative data. So whatever the data we collected, for that, if you take some method or collection or some hypothesis for the analysis of the data, which is called a singular statistic sense. So these are the stages through which every statistical inquiry has to pass through. So we shall, so this is the, okay, particularly what we are going to see in this particular aspect in the statistics. Okay, so this is what is the statistics, what is the meaning of the statistics, and the definition of the statistics, and characteristics of the, okay, the statistics we discussed now. Thank you.